Welcome to Tuber Chat. If you have less than 10,000 subscribers, you've come to the right place. We are going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. Just before I welcome everybody, I noticed a quick question in the chat. London Kev, I just want to let you know, yes, everybody's channel name is the same as their username when they're in a chat like this. So you can just search them out in a separate window if you're on a computer, and then head to their channel, unless you have the Go to Channel extension for Chrome, and I'll tell you what that is if you need it. And then otherwise, if you're on a phone, same thing, you search them out, visit their channel, watch a short video in full of at least 1 minute long so that it registers with the YouTube algorithm. Leave a meaningful, genuine comment of at least a couple of full sentences so that it doesn't get held for review or caught in the YouTube spam filters. Give the creator a thumbs up always, because we should always be doing that for each other. And then if you enjoy their content, you subscribe to them. We subscribe to everybody at Tuber Chat. Come back into the chat here. Leave a couple of emojis next to their name to let them know that you've connected the right way, and maybe say something about the video that you watched so that they can find your comment easily, and then turn around and do the same thing for your channel. In the meantime, we've got a handful of familiar faces in the house, so thank you for coming so early, everybody who's here. Lydia Saba, Zelda Master John, Jaden Sue, Bumby Selby, I hope you're back. I know you were here very, very early. I hope you've returned. Georgia Bulldogs, always good to see you, PA. Thank you very much. You're supporting me left and right all over the place these days, so thank you for that. Vern's Junk Closet was in here a moment ago. That's the original channel from the VMAX show that we're featuring today. So Vern's Junk Closet, I don't know if she's going to come in with both channels or one or the other, but this is, for instance, as you see on VMAX show here, the first in her featured channels list is Vern's Junk Closet. So this is her second channel. I'm very excited about it and excited for her. And so we're going to talk about it a little bit in another few moments. Burmis Dangbong. I wonder if I'm getting that close to right. Forgive me for not pronouncing that right if I'm not. I hope you're back. I know you were here early. Venner for Life, I think I mentioned you. Shattered Soul, always good to see you. Zelda Master John, of course, and Lydia Saba, I think I did mention you already. London Kev, return for more dancing. That's great. We always want to make sure we're dancing genuinely, of course, which means going through the instructions that are at the bottom of the screen, making sure we're leaving meaningful comments, watching videos, and returning our love genuinely, as we like to say. And then MAH Videos, always good to see you. Thank you for coming in. Travel Around, good to have you back. Thank you very much. Angels Army, thank you for coming in. I'm really happy to see you. Yes, Bumby Selby, I'm so happy that you're back. I did mention you just a moment ago. I know you were very, very early, so thank you very much. And Not Your Typical Gamer, I'm so happy to see you. Not Your Typical Gamer, we just met on Reddit like half an hour ago, maybe an hour ago. And Not Your Typical Girl Gamer has... the last I looked, 95 subscribers. And so what we're hoping is she can meet some new friends and family members here. I'm so happy that you came because I know this is your first time with Tuber Chat. We're very focused on loyal and dedicated connections with supporters who are going to come back to your channel, watch videos, give you comments, likes, hang out in your live streams, and all the things we need as growing YouTubers, not just in the coming days, but hopefully weeks, months, and eventually years. As I talk about channels in the chat, and you'll see some of the channels that I put on the screen, you'll start to know some of the familiar faces and realize what I mean about what a dedicated and loyal community we have here. Happy Lux, my very dear friend, and a monster growth stream where we have gained hundreds and hundreds of subscribers, both on my personal channel and for Tuber Chat, is in the house. So hopefully everybody will connect with Happy Lux. And then Pretty Saucy, PYT, great to have you back. Thank you very much. Michael's Adventures, always good to see you. Thank you for coming in. Kristen, my love, Welton, and Kira, my BFF forever, are in the house as well. I'm so happy because Not Your Typical Girl Gamer, not everybody's as into Reddit as everybody else, but I while I'm not any kind of an advanced Redditor, I'm in there often for the purpose of growing a small community for Tuber Chat and trying to make a few connections there. But people know that I share their stuff on Reddit constantly. And I'm so happy that you connected with me, because it gives me the chance to tell this story so that I can show people how easy it is to connect with people who are genuine and loyal and willing to come in. So I'm glad you're giving Tuber Chat a shot for today, and hopefully we are going to get you over that 100 subscribers very easily. There's lots of familiar faces in the house, as you can see, and a couple of newer people. Thrifty Angela is here. The Essence of Sonia is a free, previously featured channel. Of course, Food Fight Showdown is with us all the time. Thank you. LMB Johnson, it's great to see you again. The VMAX Show is now in with the featured channel that we're looking at right now. So thanks for coming into the chat. Hopefully everybody's going to connect with you right away. And I'm going to talk a little bit about your channel. I've got a couple important things to go over for everybody in the chat. Lightworth Studios, always good to see you. And I'm always good, living the dream, as you can see. So thank you for asking. Jaden Sue, good to see you back again. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Michael's Adventures. Ace Vlog, great to see you back again. And then we always want to be connecting genuinely. So whenever, not your typical gamer girl, when we have, when somebody says they've left you a package, or they've danced with you, or they've visited your house and things like that, this is our way of getting around saying that they have gone and subscribed to you. Tuber Chat is absolutely not a sub-for-sub network, and we're absolutely against that kind of behavior. When people come in and do that kind of thing, where possible, I eliminate it immediately. But because people say things like, I've been to your house or I've left you a package, you can go and you can look on your videos and find a comment from them. Typically in your YT studio, you'll be able to see comments from people if you don't get a notification. You'll be able to know that they've connected genuinely and then return it. Now, the best idea here is to always go first. So please don't wait for people to come to you. Reach out. Follow the instructions that I mentioned here and there. I'll go over it a few times in the chat. What we do is leave a single emoji next to somebody's name in the chat that lets them know that you want to connect with them, and then head to their channel and watch a short video in full of at least 1 minute long. That's so that it registers with the YouTube algorithm. Then leave a meaningful, genuine comment of at least a couple of full sentences so that it doesn't get held for review or caught in the YouTube spam filters, and give the creator a thumbs up, because we should always be doing that for each other. And then if you enjoy their content, you subscribe to them. We subscribe to everybody at Tuber Chat, and then come back into the chat here and leave a double emoji next to their name. That lets them know that you have secured that connection the right way, and then maybe say something about the video that you watched so that they can find your comment easily and turn around and do the same thing for your channel. I did promise you that there would be a few gamers that would come through here, and so Kira Welton, for instance, plays a lot of Minecraft. Georgia Bulldogs plays several games as well, and if anybody else is a gamer in the house or does a lot of gaming content, then I hope you'll reach out and welcome our new members with open arms. Lydia Saba, great to see you. Thank you very much. I think I welcomed you like 3 times already, but that's okay. Carrie Beth, always nice to have you in the house, so thank you. I did skip a channel, and I didn't mean to. If I skip over you in the chat, please, as long as you're active, just know that I'll get to you in just a moment. Mike is UK YT. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, but it must be your first time here, so thank you and welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Hopefully you feel welcome. Please reach out to anybody in the chat that you'd like. We're all here for the same thing. Everybody wants to meet and connect with you, and just follow the instructions on the bottom of the screen, and you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. London Kev, I think I did welcome you. That Blue Moon, I'm so happy that you're here, because I have something that I want to mention to you, and I know I'm piling things up. I am going to talk about VMAX Show, our featured channel, in a minute, but That Blue Moon did another video. They did a video specifically for Tuber Chat, and we have featured that on our front page. I'm just going to show you, because I want you to see what we did if you didn't already know. Let's see if this is going to work. I just want you to see this. I want everybody to see this because that Blue Moon made a video specifically talking about Tuber Chat, and it was wonderful. And I really, really appreciate that. There are lots of generous creators here in the chat, but I'm happy to feature your video. So as you can see, we've got 2 shelves on our front page. This was inspired by Georgia Bulldogs, who first made a video here. This is a video specifically about Tuber Chat. And then we have some other creator shout-out videos down here where they mention many different channels, including Vern's Junk Closet made one where she talked about Tuber Chat right before we hit our 1,000 subscribers. And so we feature those here on this shelf. But right above that, under Tuber Chat supporters, we have a couple of videos from Georgia Bulldogs and That Blue Moon that are just wonderful and very generous. So thank you very much. I just wanted you to see that we're featuring those now. Everyday Life with Kelly Girls, great to see you. So thank you very much for coming in. Food Fight Showdown's having a good time. Community Advocate Network, great to have you back. Hopefully we're all good. Yeah, oh, That Blue Moon. Yeah, of course everything's okay. I just wanted to show you that video and tell you how excited I was and how wonderful I think that is. And I wanted to show you that you're featured on our front page now because of that video. Pardon me for 1 second. All right, we got to do something right away. I'll try to quickly welcome everybody. This is our life. Ace Flaw 1. Forgive me because somebody's locked out right now, and I'm going to let them in. So if there's anybody that I haven't welcomed, then forgive me for not welcoming you. I am trying to keep up with what we've got going on. We're fairly busy, so that's great. Daniel, live forever. Great to have you back. Thank you very much. And then I think we're just about caught up. Okay, so forgive me if I've missed anything in the chat that anybody wanted to talk about. I will get to that kind of stuff in a moment. I've got somebody that's locked out right now, somebody that was here before. I got to try to find him now. And I am going to get to what I wanted to tell you about the VMAX show because there's a couple of specific things here. We'll do 2 things at once, actually. I'm going to see if I can find Thailand Mick and then get him in here. Because the other day we had a little bit of a problem. For those of you who were here last Friday at this time, maybe you remember one of my robots went crazy. Battissimo started banning everybody. So I had to unban, and it was kind of hilarious and everything else. But now because I cleaned everything out, we've got a few people who will probably be what we call shadow banned. Even though I spell wrong, YouTube still knows who I'm looking for. Bumby Selby is somebody who's been with me for 6-7 months now, right from the beginning. Same amount of time as Vern's Junk Closet. I met them around the same time. And she's a loyal and dedicated supporter and somebody that I hope everybody will connect with. So, Thailand Mick, what we've done here is I've got his channel URL. Copied it. Now I'm going to go to our page and I am going to make sure I'm logged into the right account. And I'm going to show you how to unshadow ban somebody. Hopefully. It works most of the time. You don't want to necessarily just mod everybody. You got to be very considerate about what you want to do with moderators. But I wouldn't suggest just moderating people so that they can be seen. First, I would try adding everybody to approved users, and I'll show you how to do that right now. If that doesn't work, then you can make your decision if you want to do that. Food Fight Showdown stuff is still getting held. I don't know why. So when we go into our YouTube studio and we go into our settings, takes me a second for my screen to pop up, first of all, because I'm hammering the internet right now, as you can imagine. But secondly, because I have a huge banned words list, and that just takes a moment for YouTube to refresh the page. Georgia Bulldogs, it'll be great to have you back, so thank you. I'm just waiting for this page to come up. As soon as it comes, you'll see what I'll do to get Thailand Mick into our approved users, and then hopefully he'll be able to come in right away. Okay, here we go. So we've got approved users here, and Thailand Mick is not there. So what you're doing, you're not looking for their name. You want, like, so Food Fight Showdown is in there, but their messages are still getting held. Anyway, so you go beside here where the cursor will come up beside a few channel names that you've got in here. Press paste, like so, because you copied the channel. Now you want to paste it. Give it a second, because first it says no channels found, but it will say there's Thailand Mick. You click on it. Your computer will be faster than mine, of course. And then save. And then hopefully Thailand Mick can start coming in. So Thailand Mick, if you're watching and you're still having trouble coming in, just message either, it's best if you don't mind messaging Kristen, and she'll come in and let me know, and then I'll see if I have to mod you. The Zeophobic 73 channel, thank you for coming back. Oh, there's Thailand Mick right there. So you see our little trick worked. Let's get back to our channel. We don't need to worry about that, actually. Okay, so here's VMAX Show. So forgive me for the delay. This is a very, very important channel and a very, very important creator. Vern from Vern's Junk Closet and the VMAX Show is a very dear friend of mine, and somebody that I think every single person in this chat needs to be connected to on both channels. So much so that Tuber Chat is a member of Vern's Junk Closet. This is one of the most generous and considerate creators, not to mention with a dynamic personality, an unbelievably loyal and dedicated supporter, somebody who has lots of knowledge, but shares her knowledge for the betterment of everybody in the community constantly. A lot of the things you guys listen to me say here over and over were inspired by Vern from Vern's Junk Closet and VMAX Show. This is her second channel where she's going to focus a little bit more on herself and more fun things. And Vern's Junk Closet is very informational, if I understand the way that she wants to market these two channels properly. So hopefully everybody will connect with her on both counts. So first of all, I want to show you the featured channels collaboration that she's got going on here. I personally am connected with every single person that Vern has on her featured channels list. And hopefully that speaks volumes about, first of all, our friendship, but secondly, about the character of the creators that you're going to find when you connect with VMAX Show and Vern's Junk Closet. So Island Girls Can Cook, Catherine with Friends, God's Chosen Vessel Gwen, 12 Veils, Foodie Squad, and Angel Lives, Be Amazing Sylvia, and then she's got myself and Kristen Welton down there at the bottom, which was very generous. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm also going to show you how to do the featured channels and add somebody in if you want to. Because I noticed yesterday that VMAX Show, when I was in this live stream with her, actually, I came in on the live stream with her. So if you want to see us talk a little bit about YouTube and things like that, this live stream here is a conversation, not just with myself. I talked with her for, I don't know, I forget if it was 15, 20 minutes, maybe half an hour, something like that. And then she had other guests as well. But it's dynamic and it's something that's informational. So you might want to have a look at that. And we talk about ethics. Mama's Touch, great to see you back. So thank you very much. And then, so for everybody who doesn't already know, Kristen Welton, for instance, is my love. My girlfriend, Kira, is her daughter, my BFF forever. We all live together in this and that. So I'm glad to see Not Your Typical Gamer Girl connecting with them. Marielle Bueno Bueno. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Thank you for coming in. This must be your first time here, but thank you for visiting Tuber Chat. Hopefully you feel welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. You're going to find yourself meeting some new friends and family members in no time. Simply follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen and the best idea is not to be shy. Please go first. Don't wait for anybody to come to you. We're all here for the same thing. As I talk about channels that come in the chat and I put some more channels on the screen, you hear the stories I tell about the loyal and dedicated supporters that we have here that have been coming back for months and months. Oh, Happy Lux as well has a second channel called Happy Jur, where he does a lot of gaming as well. So not your typical gamer girl. You're going to want to connect with him for that reason. And then I'll get to the second thing I was doing here. So I got to switch accounts again. If it's going to work for me well. I got to take TubeBuddy off. That's what's my problem. I love TubeBuddy, but it slows down things when I'm live streaming just too much. So forgive me while I get rid of that. I'll put it back on after. It is a tool that I really like using. But it bogs down the browser a little bit. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. If I have, please forgive me. But as if you stay active in the chat, I will eventually come around and then we will talk about how the wheel works that you must be wondering about. Let me see what I can do here. I wanted to add to the featured channels list. So I've switched accounts. Now I got to go to my channel. Oh, perfect. Thank you. Thailand Mick hit his 1,000 today. I should ask, I don't want to yell in everybody's ear. I'm going to ask Kristen how she's doing. Thank you, Thailand Mick, for that. Thank you. So when we want to add a featured channel to our featured channels list, we go on Customize Channel. I'll tell you the reason why we want to do this.
981.
981. Kristen's at 981 right now. Pretty soon I'll put up a counter for her and see if we can get her across the 1,000 mark today. She's probably connected to a lot of familiar faces in the house already. But if anybody hasn't already connected with her, this will be our chance to push her a little bit farther. So as we get into our channel, this is the old school way of looking at it, but I'm sure YouTube will update this eventually. In the featured channels, you see this little pen or pencil. You click and click Edit Module. It's called a module, of course. So now we want to take the URL from VMAX Show and copy that. And then we want to paste it here where it's asking for it. You can change the title of your featured channels if you'd like to, but on my personal channel, I've just left it like this for now. Anytime you're sharing your URL on the internet, you want to be adding a little piece of code to the end so that you can entice a few more subscriptions easily. What we do is put a question mark, sub_confirmation equals 1. Now, the truth is, I don't know if that actually affects the featured channels list, but we do it anyway because it's best practice to always be sharing your channel that way. There's VMAX Show at the bottom of the list, and you must click this shuffle button if you have more than 10 creators in your featured channels list, because what happens is YouTube only shows 10 at a time. So it will randomly select evenly 10 creators to show every time somebody hits the page. Everybody will get equal exposure. Just Teresa, thank you for coming in. Just Teresa, have you been in Tuber Chat before? Forgive me for not remembering because I know we're connected outside and I've seen you I don't know how many times, but I don't know if you've actually been within a Tuber Chat live stream before, but hopefully you feel welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody wants to connect. Last podcast before the world explodes. Yes, absolutely. Let's all keep grinding. I am going to ask you for, well, this must be your first time here in Tuber Chat. So hopefully you feel welcome. Like I was just saying, we have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect. So please don't be shy. Reach out to anybody that you'd like. We're all here for the same thing. Follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen. I'll go back over it many times while we're streaming here, and I'll get to the wheel and how that works in a moment. What I will ask from everybody is if you can, please limit the emojis to 2. That's always good practice in every live stream that allows growth and meeting friends and family members like we do here. Oh, Michael and Paula, yes, I was. I was in Michael and Paula's live stream about an hour ago or so before, while I was setting up for Tuber Chat. Michael and Paula, I always enjoy hanging out and conversating with Michael. So thank you very much for that. And yeah, I was a DJ a long time ago. I've been out of the game for quite some time now, but it was an interesting time. Oh, Venom for Life did your first live stream Tuesday. I'm so sorry that I wasn't there for that. Most of you probably don't know, but I work outdoors Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday during the summer, and usually I'm not around a computer, so it's very difficult for me to catch everybody. But I wonder if I can go back and catch that replay and see what you were doing there. Oh, no sweat. Last podcast before the world explodes. All good. The only thing I do is with the emojis, I just let everybody know, because in all the growth streams like this, it's always best practice to just limit them. Different hosts have different rules, and I tend, hopefully, not to be unfriendly, but my chat is very tight and strict. As you see, I don't have a lot of moderators. I stick to a lot of different rules, whether they're right or wrong, so that everybody has an easy time, even when Tuber Chat is not here and you're in other growth streams. I want you to get the most you can. I want you to get everything you want to get out of YouTube everywhere that you go and maximize your impact. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, Michael and Paula. Yes, Michael's Adventures referred Michael and Paula to come in. Yeah, that blue moon, it's great. Tuber Chat seems to be growing. We've got a good handful of people in the house right now, a lot of dynamic creators. So hopefully you're going to continue meeting new friends and family members today. And forgive me, everybody, if I've missed anything. You know, my speeches get very long. So this is VMAX Show, and like I said, there are a number of different reasons to connect with them. Vern has been somebody that I've been connected to since the very beginning of my journey through the small YouTuber community that we talk about all the time. And she was not only inspirational, but she did what I wish to do now, which is when newcomers come through this community and start learning how to connect, she's the kind of person who will take somebody by the hand, guide them, show them the right way, so that they can truly maximize their impact and meet like loyal and dedicated family members. Vern is inspirational in the creation of Tuber Chat. Tuber Chat wouldn't exist if I had not met Vern's Junk Closet and was so welcomed there by generous creators. That's what had me come up with this idea to do another growth stream, but try to be as focused as I could on loyal and dedicated supporters, because I saw how many generous people Vern had around her and said there must be enough that we can truly have a good community that is going to take interest in watching each other succeed and helping each other. Michael and Paula, yes, all the way from Sweden. That's one of the things that's so interesting about everything that we're doing, is we have people from all over the world and our friends and family members now. Lightworth Studios, Tuber Chat has been lasting approximately 2.5 to 3 hours lately. So I'm betting on 3 hours, certainly 2 for sure. And we'll see how everybody feels about it. If we, at the end of the live stream, if there's only 10 people or something like that, I like to raid somebody else and get more of a party going for somebody if possible. But we'll keep it going as long as everybody wants to today. Tomorrow, the live stream will be almost at exactly the same time, just 1 hour earlier. Sunday will be 1 hour earlier than that, and Monday will be 1 hour earlier than that. Kristen will drop a premiere today. I don't know if she's going to premiere, but she's going to drop a video today. I'm going to go live on Monday again. The forecast says that there's going to be thunderstorms in Niagara Falls, but I'm hoping that the weather's going to change, and we think we have somewhere to go, even if it rains. So I'm going to do a live stream on my personal channel, and I will give you a message from my personal channel occasionally in the chat if you want to connect with me there. So I hope everybody will connect with VMAX Show, our featured channel for today. Vern's Junk Closet is the second channel from her. I want you to connect with both. It's she's so unbelievably generous in sharing her information and truly wants everybody to succeed the way that you hear me talk about all the time. And then as an idea, if you want to really start to grow and have a community of dedicated and loyal supporters, after the live stream today, I would go to the VMAX Show and grab every single person that you see on her featured channels list, because I've already got them all, possibly on both accounts. And all of these creators are not only dynamic, but generous and very loyal and dedicated as well. Solaria Perryman, thank you for coming back in. It's great to see you always, of course. And I should thank Vern again last night for letting me come on the live stream with her. We've done quite a few together. I haven't done a lot of StreamYard panels where I've had guests, but when I do, you know, I'm going to be chasing Vern down and trying to get every minute from her that I can. But I've been very fortunate to be able to be with her several times. So it looks like everybody's having a good time connecting. Michael and Paula says they have people all over. Yes, you like to be global, have exactly 50 countries so far for your live stream. That's wonderful. That's it's really great, because one of the things that we get to see from creators all over the world is a different look at things we might have not seen. And it's not through the filter that we get with the media or movies or television, which I love just as much as everybody else does. It has its place in everybody's life, I'm sure. But it's wonderful, the kind of things that we can see and experience from each other. It feels like real life all the time, and I really enjoy that. So like I said, hopefully everybody's having a good time. Becky Peters, it's always good to see you, so thank you for coming back in. And then, so last podcast before the world explodes, hopefully you're meeting some new friends and family members already. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. I know I keep saying that, but the best idea is always to go first. Don't wait for anybody to come to you. Everybody's here for the same thing. We all want to connect. So the way that we do that here, you leave a single emoji next to somebody's name in the chat. That lets them know that you want to connect with them. Then you head to their channel and you watch a short video in full of at least 1 minute long, so that it registers with the YouTube algorithms. Then leave a meaningful, genuine comment while you watch that video, and make sure it's related to the video, and it should be at least a couple of full sentences long, so that it doesn't get held for review or caught in the YouTube spam filters. Give the creator a thumbs up, because we should always be doing that for each other. And then if you enjoy their content, you subscribe to them. We subscribe to everybody at Tuber Chat, and then come back into the chat here. Leave a double emoji next to their name. That lets them know that you've secured that connection the right way. Maybe say something about the video that you watched, so that they can go back and find your comment easily, and then they can turn around and do the same thing for your channel. That's great. Last podcast before the world explodes. I really appreciate you saying that. But the more time that you spend here, the more you'll realize I keep saying the same things. But we are absolutely focused on loyal and dedicated connections, the kind of creators that are going to come back to your channel, give you views, likes, comments, hang out in your live streams, and all the other things we need as growing YouTubers, not only in the coming days, but hopefully weeks, months, and eventually years. As I put more channels on the screen and I talk about people who come into the chat that are familiar to me, you hear the stories that I tell, and hopefully that will tell a bigger story about the loyal and dedicated community that we've got growing here at Tuber Chat. Daniel, live forever, no sweat, and then hopefully everybody's having a good time. That's great. And then I keep forgetting, but yeah, if you have the ability to share us out, as Vern has done today for us, then please do, whether it's on your community tab or Facebook or Twitter or Reddit or anywhere like that. We'll appreciate it. We always make posts, so you can just retweet them or share them if you'd like to, but it really does help, and we'll get some more people in here and maximize the impact for even more YouTubers. And then as well, hopefully everybody remembers to give a thumbs up. It really does help the stream as well. And I know if you're on a phone, you've got to turn the chat off for a second to hit that thumbs up. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment, but we have to be reminded, even myself, all the time. But I'll appreciate it if you do it. So that's great. And I will soon think about adding channels to the wheel. Let's maybe what I'll do right before I do that is we're going to take a look and see how Kristen is doing. Social Blade. Social Blade is a free website. Of course, they have premium features and this and that, but they allow you to get a lot of different things, including some fun projections. They can kind of estimate when you may hit certain milestones in the future. I like looking at it because it allows you to set reasonable goals and then work towards achieving them. But there's also a real-time counter there that sometimes you'll see in live streams like this. Happy Lux uses it often. We'll get Kristen Welton up here, see how she's doing, and see if we can get her as close to her 1,000 as possible. She's almost there. So there's a lot of different things that they have here that I like, future projections, like I was saying, and things like that. But if we go to live subscriber count, and they have achievements too, like the kind of things you find from TubeBuddy and vidIQ. I'll just shrink this window. We'll just leave it at the bottom of the screen and see if we can push her a little bit farther. We know she's going to get there. We just don't know if it's going to be today. But we got a long way to go, so we'll see. Vern, of course, you're welcome. And then, as you can see, I try to really encourage genuine connection here. So I would love it if everybody will connect with VMAX Show. And then what my assumption would be is that VMAX Show will be happy to return your connection. Oh, I missed a channel that came in. Oh, Oakstyle, I don't know if I welcomed you. Sorry, I did see you come in a while ago. I forget whether I said anything because I'm, you know me, I'm always yapping. But it's great to have you here, so thank you very much. I really appreciate every moment that everybody can spend here. Oakstyle, I'm going to feature you next weekend. I don't know what day yet, but sometime between Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Monday, your channel is going to be featured because you've been spending a lot of time and meeting a lot of new friends and family members with Tuber Chat, and I'd love to be able to feature you for a moment like that. Oh, that Blue Moon, by the way, yes, I'm going to feature your channel as well next weekend. I'm not sure which day, of course. I have a small list of potential channels that I will probably feature, but that Blue Moon and Oakstyle are already there. Captain Lighting 007. Sorry, I missed you when you came in, but thank you for hanging out. Mr. Fulton Mraz. Wow. Okay, so Mr. Fulton Mraz celebrated his 21st birthday on Monday that just passed. And as a part of that celebration, had a peanut butter dark chocolate martini for his first drink. So that's great. Kevin Adam Vlogs, thank you for coming in. It must be your first time here with Tuber Chat, so hopefully you feel welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's here for the same thing. Everybody wants to connect, so please don't be shy. Reach out to anybody in the chat that you'd like. Just follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen. I'll go over it once in a while. Basically, what we do is leave a single emoji next to somebody's name in the chat. We go one by one. We take our time and have fun and meet creators that way. Visit their channel. Watch a short video in full of at least 1 minute long so that it registers with the YouTube algorithm. And then leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video of at least a couple of full sentences so that it doesn't get held for review or caught in the YouTube spam filters. Then give the creator a thumbs up always, because we should always be doing that for each other. And if you enjoy their content, then subscribe to them, of course. We subscribe to everybody here at Tuber Chat. And then come back into the chat here, leave a double emoji next to their name. That lets them know that you've secured that connection the right way, and then maybe say something about the video that you watched so that they can go back and find your comment easily, and then they could turn around and do the same thing for your channel. So I am going to start putting channels on the wheel. The way that the wheel works is once you've been here for a little while, typically half hour, 45 minutes or so, and I know you're active in the chat, meeting new friends and family members, then I add your name to the wheel. The wheel is completely random, as you can imagine. But once your name comes up, if you're still here at that time, then I put your channel on the screen and we talk about it for a couple of minutes if that's what you would like. I'll make our moderators wait again today. Let's get that blue moon up there. Ace Flaw 1. And Thrifty Angela and Carrie Beth. And I will think about adding a couple more channels soon. Let's spin and see what we're going to do. Thailand mix all set. So here's Bumby Selby. She's been here right from the beginning. As a matter of fact, half an hour before we even started today. Bumby Selby is somebody that I met within the same crew as Vern's Junk Closet so many months ago, which is now getting on 6 or 7 months. No, that blue moon, I can't believe how nice you are. So thank you very much. I am just really happy to help everybody maximize their impact on YouTube. The truth of the matter is there's enough of everything for all of us. One of the things I really love is that for each of us to gain more subscribers, if that's what we want, we don't have to take them away from other people. We're all sharing. And eventually, as we bring more people into YouTube, even though YouTube is so huge right now, but as more people come in, we're just expanding the pool of subscribers for everybody. So I love it. YouTube is truly magical. All the work we do today helps the work we did yesterday and the day after. So there's a lot of potential here, and I'm glad that you're a part of everything that we're doing, and I really appreciate the time that you've been spending and the things that you've been doing. So hopefully you're going to keep at it, and I'm so happy to watch your channel grow. I expect big, big things from you. So Bobby Selby, as I was saying, is somebody who's been connected to me for months and months and months, and is a loyal and dedicated supporter who continues to come back after all this time. This is what I'm talking about when I talk about the stories that I'm going to tell about the creators who come through the chat. Bumby was there. I almost never forget this story. It's been a while since I've told it. Bumby was the first person who showed up to my first premiere. I remember that because there are moments as YouTubers that we're all going to go through. There's a lot of firsts. Your first live stream, your first premiere. There's a couple of disheartening things, like, you know, not everything's good. Once in a while, you're going to have a step back and this and that. You're going to remember those too, but hopefully you remember the good moments and the people who've supported you. And, you know, as we grow and as we follow more and more channels, it becomes harder and harder to support everybody as much as we all might like. But I appreciate every moment that everybody can spend, especially here at Tuber Chat, while we can try to improve your channels and grow your family and friends. And we're building things as well so that you can maximize your impact even while we're not live streaming. So hopefully you're following us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Reddit, or our email list at tuberchat.com, of course. Ashika Jelzine. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. I never know, but hopefully I've got that right. Thank you for coming back in. And then pardon me just for 1 second. So, one of the things that I should probably point out, especially for anybody who's new in the chat today, I go through saying the same things over and over and over again. You'll hear that. Hopefully, you don't get too tired of it. Sometimes we get into tutorials and talking about a lot more technical detail about YouTube. But one of the things that I just want to make sure everybody understands, this is not a sub for sub network. It's absolutely not that. We don't like that kind of attitude or behavior and stuff like that. While I don't want to be stern about it, we want to make sure that everybody's connecting genuinely. But there are some things that I have to say that are different than it's not as easy as it would have been. So I don't want to always say you should be going to somebody's channel and subscribing to them, and then they will subscribe to you back. That's not the right way of talking about this stuff. So what we do is we say things like dance together or left a package for you or things like that. So when I say, if you enjoy somebody's content, you subscribe to them, the truth is I have to say that. The expectation here is that if you want somebody to connect with you, they are expecting you to connect back with them. Now, if you don't want to, of course, that's fine. We don't want anybody to feel obligated to subscribe to anybody that they don't enjoy or aren't going to enjoy going back and supporting over the next long while. But we are so focused on loyal and dedicated supporters. One of the things I love about this community is now I follow 99% of the channels that I follow personally have less than 10,000 subscribers. And I'm amazed at the things that I enjoy watching now. And the look around the world and the look at the different things that people do in their lives that I wouldn't have otherwise seen. It's not like television and movies, of course, or anything like that. Like, for instance, I follow several lottery scratching channels. While I don't buy a lot of lottery scratching tickets at all, I follow dumpster diving channels, even though I don't do any dumpster diving. I follow couponing channels. I follow channels of all sorts, and hopefully you will too. But that's one thing that I really enjoy about all of what we're doing here and all of the channels. But I just wanted to clear up the expectation in a growth stream like this. If you want people to connect with you and become a part of your family and subscribe to your channel, the expectation is that you will also be connecting with other people and building their family for them as well by having yourself included. So hopefully that's okay, and hopefully everybody's having a good time connecting. Yeah, Michael and Paula, absolutely. Mick, for real, great to see you back. Thanks for coming in. I am going to feature you next weekend because I really appreciate all the time you've been spending here at Tuber Chat, and I want to put a little focus on your channel. So we got That Blue Moon, Mick for real, Oakstyle are all going to be featured next week for sure. And then hopefully everybody's having a good time connecting. Captain Lighting, Captain Lighting 007. If you don't mind, I'd just like to know if you received the package that was apparently just delivered to your place. If you don't mind just letting me know that, I would consider it a favor, and I will really appreciate it. One of the things, I just want to reinforce. So when we're connecting with people, we don't want to just go to their channel and leave a comment. The purpose of the comment is to make sure that the subscription sticks. So if you're going to subscribe to somebody, then you want to leave that comment and give a thumbs up and watch at least a full You want to watch a full video of at least a minute long, not a minute of any video, but a full video of at least a minute long. And this is how we make sure that our connection sticks. I don't want you to go through the trouble of coming to Tuber Chat and picking up 10 or 20 new family members and finding half of them gone tomorrow. The reason that that happens is not because people unsubscribe. It's because one of the two parties didn't fulfill the obligations following the instructions that we talk about all the time in the proper procedure. That's the reason that happens. I don't wish that for you. So yeah, last podcast before the world explodes. Yeah, that's what I built Tuber Chat for. So I'm glad that you're having a good time. Hopefully you're meeting as many friends and family members as you would like. And then, wow, Mr. Fulton Miraz, you're getting new deep fried Twinkies. I've never had anything like that. I think I had a little bit of deep fried Mars bar one day, but I haven't had deep fried Twinkies. For some reason, I would have thought they were already fried. I guess they're baked or something. I have eaten an unreasonable number of those in my life, too. Fish Tank WOT, thank you for coming back in. Or sorry, I shouldn't say back in. Thank you for coming in. I can't be 100% sure if you've been here before, so forgive me for that. If this is your first time here, then I hope you feel welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house, a lot of interesting channels. And you're going to find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time, if that's what you would like. I'll go over how the wheel works in just a moment, but I'm going to get that blue moon up here on the screen. So for everybody, the reason I'm putting a little bit of focus on Kristen Welton today is because she's at 982 subscribers. And it's very clear that she's going to hit 1,000 anytime. It could be today. While I know a lot of the more familiar people with Tuber Chat who are here all the time probably already have her, if anybody hasn't connected to her yet, she is a moderator in the chat. Kristen happens to be my girlfriend, of course. We live together and this and that. And Kira is our daughter, her daughter, but my stepdaughter, if you want to put it that way, and this and that. But that's why we're putting a little bit of focus on Kristen Welton. So if you haven't connected with her yet, I hope that you will. And I will leave message in the chat from my personal channel from time to time if you want to connect with me also. V Hanaki YT, I wonder if I'm pronouncing that anywhere near what you wish, but it's great to see you in here. So thank you for coming in. This is obviously your first time, so I hope you feel welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect. So please don't be shy. Reach out to anybody in the chat that you would like. The way that we connect with a channel like that Blue Moon here, for instance, leave a single emoji next to their name in the chat. That lets them know that you want to connect with them. Then head to their channel and watch a short video in full of at least a minute long. That Blue Moon has actually got a couple of perfect videos right here at the on the front page. This beautiful video that they did just for Tuber Chat, and then another video right beside that says nice view here. They're both over a minute long, and that's all we're looking for. Then you leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video of at least a couple of full sentences long so that it doesn't get held for review or caught in the YouTube spam filters. And then give the creator a thumbs up always, because we should always be doing that for each other. And if you enjoy their content, you subscribe to them, which, like I said, I have to say, we subscribe to everybody at Tuber Chat, and then come back into the chat here, leave a double emoji next to their name. That lets them know that you've connected the right way and secured that connection, and then maybe say something about the video that you watched so that they can go back, find your comment easily, and then turn around and do the same thing for your channel. And thank you for the couple of people who've already connected with Kristen Welton. She's now at 984, and we're going to see if we can get her to that 1,000 right here in this stream. I don't know if we're going to be able to do it, and I don't want to be negative. It's just that Kristen's already connected to a lot of people in the house, especially people who've already been here. Mishana, great to see you back again. And then it's Fifi777. Thank you for coming in. It's Fifi777 is another featured channel from Tuber Chat, so I hope everybody will connect with its Fifi777. She's a dynamic creator that does a lot of live streaming as well. Mr. Fulton Miraz is doing a new food video premiere at 5 p.m., which is actually just an hour from now, so that's great. Yeah, last podcast before the world explodes. We've been very lucky. As a matter of fact, I believe it was the very first stream that Tuber Chat did. We did a test stream, and then episode number 1, which we're on episode 44 today. But on episode number 1 of Tuber Chat, we had a channel in here. Oh, why am I? The name's escaping me right this second. And they hit their 1,000 subscribers in our very first stream. That was wonderful. We often have people hit 100 and this and that. But I don't wish for anybody to wait for us. Of course, there's lots of growth streams out there. There's lots of places that you can meet new friends and family members. There's even a couple of my favorite ones that I've gone and gained hundreds of subscribers from. Happy Lux was even in here today. And Melda and Amr family's a dear friend as well. Vern's Junk Closet also allows people to connect very genuinely. And I'm always happy for people to do that. But Kristen Walton is my girlfriend. She's with me every time we do Tuber Chat for the whole entire time. So for anybody who's already been here often, she's probably already got them all. So I don't know if she's going to find 16 more people today that haven't been in Tuber Chat before. But if not, it's okay. She'll catch it either tonight somewhere else or maybe tomorrow when we live stream again. We're back Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times will change. So hopefully you're subscribed to Tuber Chat and have the notification bell on. Last podcast before the world explodes. How many do you have right now? Because you're talking about hitting 100. And then I should ask you for one more favor. I know I already mentioned the emojis, but as well, when you're in streams like this, everybody's always going to ask you to spell your numbers. So you have to use the word 1,000. So whatever number you're going to tell me that you have for subscribers right now, just do me a favor and type the words out as opposed to the numbers. Frank GTV, thank you for coming in. Forgive me for not welcoming you earlier. Hopefully you know already I'm usually into my speeches for long periods of time. So 74. So last podcast before the world explodes only needs 26 subscribers to hit their 100. So hopefully we're going to push you a little bit farther today. I don't know if you can meet more than 20 here in this stream, actually. But we will be going for probably another couple of hours. So there's lots of time, and we'll see what happens. But that's okay. Yeah, thank you for spelling that out after. And hopefully everybody's having a good time connecting. Nature Africa Explores, thank you for coming in. Oh, and Thrifty Angela's monetized. That's wonderful. Nature Africa Explorers, thank you for coming in. I think this is your first time with Tuber Chat, so forgive me if I'm wrong about that, but I really appreciate you coming in and having a look at what we're doing here. Hopefully you're going to meet some new friends and family members in no time. You can just follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen, and I'll go over it from time to time. Here's Lydia Saba. She's with us all the time as well. Lydia Saba is a wonderfully dedicated and loyal supporter here at Tuber Chat, somebody that you're going to see often when you come here. Oh, last podcast before the world explodes. You know what the hard thing is, to be honest with you, is I hate the idea of coming across as stern. You know, like a teacher that, like, as soon as you do something, they like hammer you and want you to follow rules. It's not that. I'm not too worried about it because Tuber Chat is luckily, it was built to be very tight, clean. Everybody in the chat has been respectful. We've had almost no issue in 44 episodes of Tuber Chat. I'm very, very thankful and lucky for that. But what that allows is when we do a couple of things that are outside of the norms for this kind of stream, it doesn't affect us then. So it's no big deal. But what I'd like to do is whenever somebody comes in, I'd like to make sure that they know so that when you go out into other growth streams, other moderators and hosts and stuff like that don't hammer you. Not that I expect them to. I'm just saying I'd like you to know before you go so that you can have an easier time and really be focused on meeting new friends and family members everywhere if that's what you're after. That's what we're all after. So MEH videos, yeah, the wheel is moving really slowly today because I keep talking. Kristen now at 985. So I wonder, it might be possible for us to get Kristen a little bit farther today. And then I forget who I asked. Cat and Lighting 007. I'm so sorry. Did I pronounce? Am I pronouncing that wrong yet? No, Cat and Lighting 007. Yeah, it was. I did ask you a while ago, and forgive me, I got so busy yapping that I didn't hear. I didn't end up seeing if you answered whether you got that package. So maybe I can ask last podcast before the world explodes, if you don't mind. Just let me know if you got that package that was just left for you, that was mentioned in the chat there. I will appreciate that and consider it a favor if you wouldn't mind letting me know. So this is Lydia Saba. Like I said, she's been back with us again and again with well over 718 subscribers. She's well on her way towards 1,000. That must be on her mind. So we're going to be happy to see her get there. Or at least a little bit farther today anyway. And then, like I said, we are back every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So hopefully everybody subscribed to Tuber Chat and got the notification bell on so that you don't miss any of those live streams. Here's Thrifty Angela. Forget whose live stream we ran into each other in the other day. And she did make a point to say, not cheap, not cheap, but thrifty, which is good. I absolutely believe in, where possible, never paying more for something than you absolutely have to. Patience can help, but it looks like there's a lot to be learned from Thrifty Angela as well. So I hope everybody will consider joining her family today. Oh, you did. Thank you very much, last podcast before the world explodes. Pardon me for 1 second. Well, okay, so Kristen's at 986 right now, so hopefully we're going to get her a little bit farther. And I just want to make sure that everybody in the chat understands that when we're visiting each other's channels and we're talking about leaving packages, leaving a comment is not the only part of leaving a package. Everybody's expecting that we are all growing our friends and family members, which essentially means subscribing to that channel. So if I wonder how to word this the right way. I have to make sure that everybody who comes to Tuber Chat, because we have a lot of loyal and dedicated supporters here, I want to make sure that everybody is on the same page and everybody's intentions are the same here. So if your intention is not, you don't want to subscribe to people, but you want them to subscribe to you, then Tuber Chat will not be the place for you. So for anybody in the chat that is not already familiar with that, then forgive the way that I have to put this, but you have to make a decision whether Tuber Chat is where you want to be, and if you want to start growing a loyal and dedicated family like we're talking about. If not, then that's cool. But yeah, I will. I have to make sure that we're connecting, and anybody that is not connecting genuinely will have to be removed. So. I'm going to interfere with something. So, yes, typical, not your typical gamer girl. When you're in grow streams like this, the best idea is to make your subscriptions public, because otherwise it's impossible for anybody to know, because they don't get a notification that says that you subscribed, and they can't go and check, because we all know that notifications don't always work. but they can't go to your channels and see. So the problem is they have to take your word for it. And if a couple people start not trusting, it may become a bit of an issue. So my suggestion is while you're doing this kind of stuff, then you can put them on public. I don't see any reason to hide them anyway. But like I said, I don't see a reason. Doesn't mean there isn't a reason. And then hopefully everybody is connecting and having a good time. One last time, how was I supposed to respond and let not your average? Oh, I'm so sorry. Last podcast, before the world explodes, I thought you said that you did get it. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I get so wrapped up in talking. I ask a question and then I end up on a long speech and I don't get back. But you're okay. It's okay as long as you got it. You got it. But it looks like not your average gamer girl is talking about that exact idea anyway. So it's okay. I'm pretty confident that we're okay. I just want to make sure that everybody's on the same page because, like I said, we have a few new people in the chat today, and because I have to dance around the words that I say all the time, because this truly is not meant to be sub for sub, because that doesn't work. And there's a lot of reasons for that. For instance, if we just pump our numbers up to 1,000 and then we somehow get our 4,000 watch hours, nobody's coming back to watch your videos because they're not genuine and loyal supporters. And what's going to happen, you might get approved for AdSense, but you'll be making $5 a month. And I don't wish that for anybody. Pardon me. Okay, sorry everybody, and I really appreciate that. Yeah, so hopefully not your typical gamer girl, you find that helpful. But thank you very much for that. Let me move on to another channel here on the wheel. I'll go over how the wheel works again in a quick moment. Pretty saucy PYT. Oh, you've been spending a lot of time here, so thank you. I was just going to look and see if you're still here because you've been here since the beginning. So thank you very much for this. Pretty Saucy PYT has been back with us again and again and again. It's a channel that's familiar with Tuber Chat, so it's always good to have you back. And this is kind of what I mean when we're talking about loyal and dedicated supporters who keep coming back again and again. Hopefully they'll do the same thing for you when they connect to your channel. Holy smokes! Forgive me, because not your typical gamer girl. You just said that you made your subscriptions public or whatever. So I just went to look at your channel to see if anything's wrong or if they're there. So I see like Captain Lighting 007 there and this and that. But I see you have 107 subscribers. So I forget what actual number you had when I first visited your channel today after meeting you on Reddit, but I thought it was 93. I think you put up the post that said 90. I think it was 93 when I got there, so I might have been number 93, but it looks like you have done fantastically so far, so that's great. And then the only thing, like I said, you just want to make sure that you're returning those connections too, right? When I say if you enjoy their content, you subscribe to them. But the truth is everybody's expecting that. I have to say that because we got to follow YouTube's terms and guidelines and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, as long as you're returning those connections, then we're all good. But I'm very glad that you're well over the 100 subscribers that you were looking for. And then hopefully as you keep returning to Tuber Chat, we can push you even farther and farther. Ace Flaw, hopefully everybody's good. Oh, did Yoga with Mo come in and I didn't see her? I see somebody talking to Yoga with Mo, but I didn't see her. So like, so for instance, there now, just I don't want to go on about this all day, but not your typical gamer girl. Like you did mention to last podcast before the world explodes that you left them a package, but I didn't see them in your subscriptions. So just make sure, please, you're returning all of the love genuinely, as we like to say, and hopefully you see the Tuber Chat. Like I really am focused on loyal and dedicated supporters. And forgive me for just talking about your channel so much. I just want to make sure that you're getting everything that you want out of, first of all, YouTube, but secondly, your time here at Tuber Chat. I do appreciate you spending time here, but we all have to make sure we're doing the right thing, because I have to make sure everybody in the chat is doing the same thing. Otherwise, people won't come to Tuber Chat anymore if they suspect that people are not going to return the love genuinely. So last week, I had a problem with one of my robots, and I had to unhide all the banned users that I had. And there wasn't that many. It was like maybe 10 in 44 episodes. So it's not like I ban people all the time or whatever. But it's always an issue. Something we all have to think about with our channels. And I also, while I talk about this kind of stuff, everybody also hopefully is a little bit patient. We know that the YouTube servers, while YouTube and Google are a big, monstrous, huge conglomerate of a company, their servers are just getting hammered right now because so many people are on the internet. We weren't expecting this, and they're trying to do what they can. They're short-staffed and everything else, but we got to be a little bit patient. That the servers may take a moment or two to refresh, not to mention we all know with our watch hours, sometimes it takes days. Well, okay, Mr. Fulton Miraz, I'd love to promote your premiere, but if you're doing it right now while we're still doing Tuber Chat, I'm not going to be able to watch it while it premieres. So I'll have to hopefully catch it afterwards. Yeah, all good. Forgive me. I just want to make sure that we're all cool. Kevin Adamus Vlogs. I must have called that Adam's Vlog, so forgive me for that earlier. Looks like everybody's having a good time connecting, meeting new friends and family members, which is great. Let me get another channel on the screen, then I'll add some more channels to our list, or to our wheel. London Kev, are you still here? You were here. Yeah, you're right there. So London Kev, probably we are not connected already, because when you have been in Tuber Chat, you may not have been here long enough for me to put you on the wheel. So what I'm going to do right now is take one of your latest videos here, this 12-minute one, add it into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is, after the live stream today, I will go through my watch later list. I will watch that video in full. I will leave you a genuine, meaningful comment about the content of this Street Singer video, and then I will give you a thumbs up, of course, and I will subscribe, and in that way I'll make sure that the subscription sticks. Now, I should look. I hope you're not already in my watch later list. No. I did go through it the other day, I guess. So we always want to be doing it the right way, and then hopefully you're subscribed to Tuber Chat as well and have the notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change. And then Mishana, your watch hours are low. You think you're going to focus on your content for a while. So one of the things I haven't mentioned today is if you want to do something to speed up your watch hours, one of the things you can do is collaborate with other creators by swapping playlists. And what that means, I was going to get into that earlier, somebody asked, and I skipped over it. But if you make a simple agreement to run playlists for each other. So you're going to run a playlist of their videos. They're going to run a playlist of yours. You're not obligated to sit there and watch every second of every video. You're just obligated to start the playlist and let it run all the way through. And you can imagine if you have a playlist of 3 or 5 or 10 or 20 hours or more, and you get a lot of creators doing that for you, you can really get your hours racked up fairly quickly. And then so if anybody wants to swap playlists, if anybody needs watch hours or knows somebody who does, and you're willing to swap playlists with other creators, please just say so in the chat. Say, I am willing to swap playlists, and other creators will reach out to you, and you can start making those arrangements right away. All of our moderators do it, and I do it as well. I'll leave a message in the chat from my personal channel if you want to connect with me over there. As well, of course, I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and I'm also in charge of the Tuber Chat accounts, as you would imagine, so you can reach me there if you'd like to. The username is always Tuber Chat. Jazzy Nicole 81, thanks for coming in. How are your hours, by the way? Was it Mishana that said that? Yeah, Mishana, how are your hours? There you go. Frank G TV is asking if anybody wants to swap playlists. And Pretty Saucy PYT, thank you very much for reminding everybody to thumbs up. I do appreciate that. It really does help the stream. So, yeah, we on a phone, I know you have to shut the chat off for a second to do it. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment, but I really appreciate it if you could do it, and you'll be right back. Here's Carrie Beth. This is a wonderful channel that I like talking about all the time. Those of you who've been here frequently over the last few weeks have heard me talk about Carrie Beth in many pleasant ways. She's an extremely dynamic creator who I expect very big things from, but you can see her presentation is just spectacular. If you haven't had a chance yet to watch her videos, I hope that you will. I hope you'll connect with her. She swaps playlists, as you can see from the red lines we recently did. She's got a couple more videos. I keep talking about this Taco Bell one. And then she's even, are you posting once a week? About that, let's say about once a week, right? So, but Carrie Beth, one of the things I talk about her all the time, first of all, she's generous in that she swaps playlists with people. She does the featured channels collaboration as well. Her presentation and her branding have been just on point right from the beginning. So you can see all the way down to her oldest videos. No matter if you saw an older video or a newer video today, you're very clearly on Carrie Beth's channel when you're watching something like that. It's just fantastic branding, so I expect big things from her. I hope everybody will connect with her. Carrie's somebody I've been connected to on my personal channel for many, many, many months, and she's been back frequently since she's been here at Tuber Chat, so much so that she was a featured channel just a couple of weeks ago. Every Wednesday. Carrie Beth tries to post every Wednesday. Mishana, 193 hours. Okay, so hopefully we can get you some playlist buddies if you want to do that and start swapping, and we can get those hours up for you. Oh, it's Fifi777 is willing to connect with people on Instagram. Frank IG is willing to connect on Instagram as well. I know usually we say, where possible, spell numbers, but if you're giving your Instagram, then that's okay. Most people should be able to grab, hopefully, most of us have our Instagrams like Carrie does here up in the channel art banner area on your YouTube channel so people can find it easily. If anybody doesn't have that or doesn't know how to do it and wants to know, we can go over that if you'd like at the end of today's live stream. If anybody, when we get towards the end of it, probably another hour or hour and a half from now, you can let me know if you want me to go over that, and I'll be happy to do it. Mick for Real's willing to swap playlists. Oh, yeah. So not your typical gamer girl. What we're talking about with playlists is simply the best idea is to make one playlist that has every pre-recorded video you've ever done, no live streams. And you call it something like Binge Watch Not Your Typical Gamer Girl, or all love typical gamer girl, something, not your typical gamer girl, something like that, so that people know right away. And then where possible, if you know how to put things on the front page, like shelves with playlists, and I can go over that anytime anybody wants as well. We always put it at the bottom of our front page if we can. And then when you're swapping playlists, you give people that playlist to run. They just let it run, whether it's at work or at night, or maybe they watch it or whatever. And you just do the same for them. You can imagine how your hours are really going to start to stack up, because if you have a 5 or 10 hour playlist or longer, 10 hours at a time times how many creators starts to really pump those numbers quick. But the best part about it, though, even though I talk about this stuff, business basics, great to see you back. The best part about doing the playlist swap with another creator is you start to build a little bit of a relationship. You start to get to know somebody, and you know how the world is going to work. As your channel grows and as you start to meet more and more creators, you're going to favor your friends. We all do that, right? When we can't watch 1,000 videos a week. I'm probably subscribed to thousands of creators between my two channels, and you just can't support everybody. So when you see, a bunch of videos that have come up, you're typically going to go to the people who have supported you in some way. Chance. Okay, we got one channel that was in the chat. I don't know if they're still here. It looks like they may not have been here for a while, but that's okay. But just for the sake of saying it, I'll say it anyway. When you're leaving comments, you always want to be leaving full, genuine comments. They should be like sentences long. Please never use the word subscribe. Don't even use the word please. Don't use the word return or come back to me or any of that stuff that could be considered spam possibly by YouTube, because your comments will get held and possibly even knocked in the spam filter. The biggest problem about it is not that. There are a lot of creators who just empty their spam filter. They don't even read them. So that's already its own issue. The other thing too, if your comment gets held for review or put in the spam folder, you may lose that connection. So what I wish is not for you to come to Tuber Chat today, meet 10 or 20 new family members, and have half of them gone tomorrow. That's what might happen. It's not because people unsubscribe. I'm sure like 1 out of 100 people does that too, but I don't think it's as common as a lot of people think. It's because one of the two people did not fulfill the connection properly, and it could be either one. YouTube does a lot of purging. Over the last few weeks, we've seen tons and tons of crazy activity. Red lines are not working, people losing subscribers, and different things, numbers. The watch hours are always 2 steps forward, 1 step back, and everything else. So we got to do everything we can to make sure that our connections are genuine. And if everybody does that, then we'll all be better off. Okay, thank you very much, Thrifty Angela. Thank you, last podcast. Oh, Captain Lighting 007, you probably can't post links at all. We don't do links here in this particular stream. We're going to look at Not Your Typical Gamer Girl right now, as a matter of fact. She's been here since the beginning. This is somebody that I met on Reddit today. And, one of these days I'll do some tutorials on how Reddit works. I'm thinking about you doing a live stream specifically on Reddit and how you can meet creators the way that Not Your Typical Gamer Girl and I met today. See, unfortunately, you lost a subscriber already because when I was looking at your channel earlier in the background, I saw you at 107. Now you're at 106. That's unfortunate, but you're still well over the 100 you came here for. Now, the truth is a lot of things on YouTube are always going to be 2 steps forward, 1 step back. If it was easy, everybody would doing it. It doesn't have to be hard, but we have to work a little bit harder than we think we do. So to get 1,000 subscribers, you got to get 1,100. To get 4,000 watch hours, you got to get maybe 5,000, but you'll get them. If anybody does want to swap playlists, the best thing to do is, so this is what I mean about building a relationship. Connect with each other, whether you want to meet on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or Reddit or anywhere else. And then you can send each other the links to the right playlist to play. And a lot of people will do things like send screenshots to show them that they're starting, or send a screenshot at the end when the red lines hopefully are there to show them that it's done. There's been problems with red lines for the last couple of weeks, although I haven't heard anything in the last few days. So maybe they've got that glitch figured out. The other thing you could do is make a simple video. So you can make a video of yourself scrolling through the person's playlist to show that the red lines are there. Lots of different ways to do this, but the best idea is to make those arrangements by yourselves outside so that you can give each other the links that you need. Oh, yeah, it's Fifi777. I kind of handled that. Yes, please, whenever anybody's leaving comments for anybody, please never use the word sub or subscribe or anything like that, because it's 100% red flag spam from YouTube. Carrie Beth, if I could ask for a quick favor, let me know if you get that package after all, please. And then Captain Lighting 007, when we say left footsteps or present, so that's what I say when I go in the growth streams. I say, I've been to your place, not house, because house is now a spam word too. I've been to your place and left footprints there for you to see, which means I've been to your place, house, whatever. I've subscribed and I've left you a comment so that you can see that I was there. That's what that means. We can't say I've subscribed to you and this, that. That's all spam, and it's like terrible voodoo words we're not allowed to use in these chats and stuff like that. So we just don't do it. Unfortunately, we have to dance around it. Some people actually literally say, would you like to dance together? Or I danced with you. It all means the same thing. I've been to your place. I've left you a package. I've danced with you. It all means I've been to your channel and I've subscribed to you. And then hopefully left a comment so that the subscription sticks properly, and hopefully a thumbs up, because we should all be doing that for each other. But your comments, again, please, should always be 2 full sentences as a minimum, and related to the content of the video, because if you try to dance around that, you might get caught in the spam filters, and we don't want that either. And then thank you, Travel Around. And V Hanaki YT, all good, all good. Forgive me, because I never want to sound stern or anything like that. And I really hate calling anybody out, especially in the chat. But when I talk about this kind of stuff, so my number one goal is to make sure that we are doing things that better the YouTube community for everyone. So if somebody comes in that hasn't been here before, or hasn't been to a growth stream before, I want to help you understand with the proper etiquette for connecting with everybody, so that when we're off our live stream and you go elsewhere and continue connecting with people, you know the best practices, so that other moderators and hosts and stuff like that don't hammer you and you don't have trouble, and you could really maximize all the time that you spend everywhere trying to grow your channel. That's what we're all here for. We want to grow with a solid and strong foundation of truly loyal and dedicated supporters who are going to keep coming back and watching our videos. When you're connecting with people right now and you're visiting their channel and you're leaving comments, you're probably seeing other people's comments, hopefully from Tuber Chat, on their videos. So you'll be able to just take the best examples. The best comment you see, try to beat it. The longest comment you see, try to leave a longer one. I know that sounds like a ridiculous game and this and that, but we are very serious about making these connections properly, because I don't want you to lose half your subscribers tomorrow or somewhere down the road. when we first start doing this kind of thing, sometimes, you know, I don't know why it is that somebody wouldn't want to subscribe to somebody, except for, you know, maybe you don't want to infect your subscription list. But if you look at Tuber Chats, it says I'm subscribed to these people and 994 more, but I have a feeling it's about 1,000 more than that. It's an unreasonable number. So in my case, because of the way I've built Tuber Chat and even my personal channel, I'm subscribed to way more people than I have right now. Now, when you have 10,000 subscribers, you'll probably have more than you'll have to be subscribed to. But really, what's the difference if you subscribe to a channel that the biggest thing is that you really want to be supporting other creators because you think about the things you want for your channel. So if you want people to come and watch your videos and comment on them and like them, I'm sure you don't care what kind of person comes to your channel and watches your videos. If somebody who runs a cooking channel comes to a gaming channel and likes their video, I'm sure you're still happy to have the thumbs up. Same for everybody. So you might be surprised at how you enjoy the content from the creators that we're talking about. You can see the conversations that happen in the chat. This is one of the things that I'm so thankful for and proud of more than anything else with what's been going on with Tuber Chat. You see how people are getting to know each other by the conversations they're having in the chat. Pardon me for a second. Sorry about that. I took myself off the screen a while ago, but Kristen came in and said she wants some eye candy, so I had to put myself back on. Yeah, that's true. Actually, that's funny, Georgia Bulldogs. I wasn't quite thinking of you when I said that, but that's true. Georgia Bulldogs does cooking videos and gaming videos, as a matter of fact. It's funny that I mentioned those two at the same time. Georgia Bulldogs is a wonderfully dedicated and loyal supporter who has been extremely generous with Tuber Chat, and I'm very thankful for that. But not your typical gamer girl. I'm glad that we had a chance to look at your channel. Let's just have a look at what else you got going on here before I skip over. I've been very slow with adding channels to the wheel and this and that. There's Kristen with 990. So I don't know if it's possible in the next hour and a half that we're going to get her to 1,000, but anything's possible. If you haven't already shared the stream out, I would love it if you could. If you have the community tab or Facebook or Twitter or anywhere else that you can share, of course, I'll appreciate it. It helps maximize impact for everyone when we can get more people into the stream. And then, of course, if you haven't already, please give a thumbs up. Thank you, Last Podcast, for coming back. Oh, Michael's Adventures has a monster story, eh? I see you're saying that to Georgia Bulldogs, but I still saw the comment. I just find it interesting. Oh, perfect. Okay, Last Podcast Before the World Explodes. Yeah, subscriptions public. Yeah, I don't know if YouTube defaults to it being private or when we set up our channel, sometimes you know, privacy is such a big word out there that I think it's instinct more than anything else to make a lot of things private. Me personally, I don't think it matters. I don't care if everybody knows who I'm subscribed to. I'm subscribed to thousands of channels and thousands of channels that nobody would have probably ever expected me to be subscribed to. Like, for instance, I'm not a gamer, but I love video games. I just don't have a lot of time to play. When I do, sometimes Kira and I will play together. We have a few videos on my channel of that, as a matter of fact. We played YouTubers Life, and then we played a couple of classic Street Fighter, I think we played. When we play together in the house, you know, she plays a lot more than I do, but we might take turns playing Grand Theft Auto and stuff like this. So I do like gaming. I like watching the content, but I don't have as much time to play as I have to watch. Excuse me, while I'm out there supporting channels and things like that. Shattered Soul, welcoming everybody. Oh, thank you. It's Fifi777. I believe I've already added you to our Twitter list as well. We have a list. I'm going to make a note of it just to make sure because I don't want to forget. We have a Twitter list. For those of you who don't know what a Twitter list is, it's just a small list of creators on Twitter, not on YouTube, that you might want to follow, you make a list based on maybe a genre. Like you might put all your news channels or your radio stations all in a list so you can see what they all have to say at the same time, or your friends or your family, or, you know, different genres, things like that. We have a Twitter list, and I called it Tuber Chat Stars, and it's for anybody that tweets or retweets for us when I find it. So hopefully, you know, I'm fairly good with finding everything. But we've got about 16 people already who have tweeted or retweeted us. And so what that list allows, if you are somebody who uses Twitter and you're a YouTuber and you want to find a bunch of creators who you know are generous in that they tweet and retweet for other people, now you can find 16 of them instantly. We love the idea of people being able to connect even when we're not live streaming. That's why we're on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, especially Reddit, where we have a subreddit dedicated to Tuber Chat. That's where, well, we didn't meet in that subreddit, but that's where Not Your Typical Gamer Girl and I met today, was in Reddit, because they were getting close to their 100 subscribers. And I reached out and said, hey, I'd love to help you get there if you want to come and see Tuber Chat and see what we're doing. And sure enough, if you look at this, at 106 subscribers, she's on her way there. But I did actually, when I connected with you earlier, there's the red line right there. So I went on this particular video here and watched a little bit of it, but she's got a really dynamic personality too. So I'm looking forward to getting to know your channel better and seeing more. Thank you very much, Jade and Sue. Oh, sorry, Shattered Soul question. Is it risky to drop your own page links from your own page ID? Should drop your links from your ID that doesn't have a page? I think so. While I can't get a grasp on exactly what you're asking me there, if you're doing anything that's not straightforward, it's probably risky. And it's not that it's risky in that you might get your channel shut down or anything like that. It could be, but I can't be sure about any of that. But it's not what we're usually here talking about, loyal and dedicated supporters coming back and watching your videos and stuff like that. I don't think that's helpful. We don't do links here in Tuber Chat anyway. So I know there's a lot of growth streams out there that allow lots and lots of dropping links to make it easier for everybody to connect with each other. One of the things I don't do here is I don't want to make it easier for everybody. And the reason why is because, like I said, we're talking about loyal and dedicated supporters. So let's imagine there are a lot of people who come into Tuber Chat and just leave. There's probably at least 10 a day that come in, drop one message, and take off. Maybe they don't like me. Maybe they don't like what we're doing. Maybe they don't like not having their link drop. It doesn't matter. It's all fine, right? But imagine if somebody came in and saw, oh, you don't drop links? Okay, well, I'm leaving. Okay, well, I don't know how dedicated or loyal that person is possibly going to be. Whereas, like I keep saying, when we look at the conversations between people in the chat here who are starting to get to know each other, channels that have collaborated and things like that, you get to know this is kind of what we're talking about. So I just wouldn't want to encourage you to do something that's not straightforward. Business basics, it can. Dropping links can spam the chat. But there's I don't know, a number of reasons why I decided not to do it when I started Tuber Chat. We'll put a link once in a while if we have to, if somebody can't find a channel or something like that. But typically not. The other reason why is because I really like for Tuber Chat to have its own identity. I think for people who go on a lot of growth streams, when they come to Tuber Chat, they know what to expect. And now that we've had so many generous creators making videos for us, like shout outs and things like that, I see the way that people are perceiving it. And it's Fifi777 made a channel or made a shout out video the other day where she talked about Tuber Chat. And she kind of said, like, hey, if you're going to do sub for sub behavior, don't go to Tuber Chat because they don't put up with that there. And it's wonderful to know that that kind of impact is being had outside. So the story that is, you know, moving in the small YouTuber community is that Tuber Chat is serious. I hope, you know, I hope I could be a little bit fun. I know I don't laugh and tell a lot of jokes or things like that. It's not a party over here. We're here for a reason, but hopefully it's at least somewhat fun for everybody and lighthearted and things like that. Ace Flaw 1 uses Instagram sometimes. That's great. Well, Jaden Sue, the Twitter list is just for, you can follow the content of those creators if you want, or you can look at the members of the Twitter list and then consider following them on Twitter. Yeah, Michael's Adventures. We've got Kristen at 990. So, you know, the unfortunate thing, Kristen here at Tuber Chat is not going to get the feeling that a lot of people get when they have so close to 1,000 subscribers, and then all of a sudden everybody helps them and piles on 20 or 30 subscribers, because Kristen's here every single stream the whole time. So she has, for anybody that's been here, she probably has 90% of everybody who has become, forgive me, but maybe a regular here at Tuber Chat. So it's hard to imagine Kristen's going to get, like, she had 981 or 982 when she came in today. But we usually don't have 18 brand new people in Tuber Chat that stay for very long. There's lots of people that come in and, like I said, just take off right away. I see that later in the statistics. But typically we only get like 5 or 10 new people per day. Oh, Shattered Soul, I didn't even, to be honest with you, see that you dropped any links, but I don't think you can. I'm not supposed to be able to anyway. I got them blocked. Like when you have in your community settings, there's an area that says oh, thank you, Michael's Adventures, for reminding everybody to thumbs up as well. Let's get Ace Flaw 1 up here. I'm not going to spin the wheel. I'll put Ace Flaw 1 up, and then I'll think about adding some more names to the wheel here. I haven't added a lot of names at all because I've been talking so much the whole day. There's a setting that lets you stop anybody from leaving links. Okay, all good. Looks like everybody's still having a good time, connecting with each other and making new friends and family members. So we looked at London Kev, Carrie Beth, pretty saucy. Daniel Live Forever. Daniel Live Forever. I wonder if you're still here. Thrifty Angela. We did look at her. Mishana. I'm going to rename your channel to Mimi Mishana. Oh, okay. I wondered when you said no. Okay, so there are lots of other streams that allow people to drop links. So, for instance, Vern, who was here today, VMAX Show, who is our featured channel for today, she does a thing on Vern's Junk Closet called Drop the Link Day. And it's a really cool thing that they do where people can grow like we're doing here, meet new friends and family members. But what they do is call out one channel at a time, and the link is dropped. If I understand how it works properly, the link is dropped so everybody runs to that channel right away, and then that channel has a little bit of time afterwards to go back and reconnect with everybody. But people are meeting a lot of people that way. It's a great idea. I'm choosing not to do it at Tuber Chat because I'm not going to do the same thing that they're doing, right? Different people have different ideas. Tuber Chat is working. It's growing. I think everybody's having a good time. I really like the way that, I'll go into other people's live streams and run into people from Tuber Chat meeting together and having conversations and stuff. And I really, really, really like the way it's going. So I choose not to drop links. Of course, that may change. I change things with Tuber Chat all the time, and it will become what everybody wants it to become. But for now, we've been able to survive without it, so I don't do it. When you go to other streams, if the host, it's always based on the host. If the host says you can drop your own link, then you drop your own link. If the host says you're allowed to drop links for other people, That's something that a lot of streams do too. They say you're not allowed to drop your own. Now, I don't know how to figure out what the truth is about whether it's bad or not, because none of us are Google engineers, and I don't know if I believe one if I got a chance to talk to them anyway, because they're not going to encourage what we're doing. But the one thing you can do is when you go into a live stream, either hang out for a while and then ask the host, or just notice what everybody else is doing, or you can ask a mod. If you notice, like a lot of channels have a lot of mods, you can ask a mod that you think is actually moderating, because sometimes you go into a channel and everybody's a mod, which is fine. But one of the best ideas always either ask the host, or in the description of a lot of live streams, they put the rules in the description. I don't. I probably should. I'm not really focused on the rules because we don't have any problem here. We haven't, knock on wood, we haven't had a stream shut down yet. Most of the people who've been here have been to other streams before, so they already know the simple things like don't spell your numbers. I have all the emojis that we're not supposed to use blocked, like finger pointing and handshaking and stuff like that. So you don't have to worry about that. That's fantastic, Business Basics. I'm glad that you're meeting some new friends and family members. I really enjoy this. I love it. That's right, Michael's Adventures. That's right. If somebody truly wants to be friends, they'll find you. Now, I don't mind helping if somebody just, says like, oh, I can't find Georgia Bulldogs. Okay, we'll drop their link for them because their channel's still growing. If you don't have 1,000 subscribers or at least 500, sometimes it could be hard to come up in the search results until you're more active, right? But that's why I don't do it. I don't want to make it easier on everybody. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but it doesn't matter now because Tuber Chat started. Nobody cares about links, so I'm not worried about it. Everybody's doing just fine. And as we can see, the relationships are building. Now, you see, hopefully you see as well, when I'm talking to people in the chat, like for instance, Michael's Adventures, the reason I can speak to Michael's Adventures, hopefully it sounds like I speak to him like a friend, but the reason why is because we've done some of the collaborations that we talk about all the time. Michael's Adventures is a helpful, not to mention welcome presence in the chat always, but Michael's Adventures also is a member of other playlist groups. I'm assuming a moderator on a handful of different channels and things like that, but that's just an assumption. But we've swapped playlists together, and on both channels, both my personal channel and my own channel, and he swapped with Kristen, and he swapped with Kira. This is what I'm talking about. So, if you were to go and just say, I want my 1,000 subscribers and just go like start pumping the numbers up, they're not going to come back and watch your videos. But now I want to see what Michael's Adventures is going to do next, because I've already watched some of his videos. Now, a lot I just ran because we made an agreement to run playlists, but you see what I mean. And this is what I wish for everybody. As you keep connecting with people, hopefully you'll start to gain true friends and eventually family members that will continue to come back and support. So, Max Air 420, forgive me for not welcoming you earlier, but thank you for coming in. I think this is your first time with Tuber Chat, and forgive me also if I'm wrong about that, but hopefully you feel welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. Reach out to anybody that you'd like. And then, of course, the way that we do that is you leave a single emoji next to somebody's name in the chat. That lets them know that you want to connect with them. Then you visit their channel, watch a short video in full of at least 1 minute long. So like Daniel Live Forever, you might watch this part 2 no blink challenge here because it's exactly a minute long. Leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video, and it should be at least a couple of full sentences so that it doesn't get held for review or caught in the YouTube spam filters. And then give the creator a thumbs up always, because we should always be doing that for each other. And if you enjoy their content, you subscribe to them. We subscribe to everybody at Tuber Chat. Then come back into the chat here, leave a double emoji next to their name. That lets them know that you've secured that connection the right way, and maybe say something about the video that you watched so that they can go and find your comment easily and then turn around and do the same thing for your channel. You'll find yourself meeting new friends and family members here in no time if that's what you want. Let me add some names to the wheel. Let's get Michael's Adventures up there because I've already been talking about him. Michael's Adventures is a loyal and dedicated supporter who's been back with us again and again and again. The Essence of Sonia is a previously featured channel. Actually, so is Michael's Adventures. Zelda Master John. Is Zelda Master John still here? Have you been hanging out the whole time? Yeah, you have. Wow. Zelda Master John is a loyal and dedicated supporter. So here's an example. I'm sure he doesn't mind me mentioning this, but Zelda Master John and I talk outside of YouTube as well. We have conversations on Instagram and stuff like that. That's one of the things I talk about often, is the friendships that end up coming out of all this stuff as well. How many views should a video have for YouTube to automatically start suggesting it? I don't know if there's any real answer to that, because there's a lot more of the views that go into that. It has to do with interaction, has to do with trends in the algorithm. If your video has to do with other videos, like for instance, when a new Call of Duty game comes out, there will be a trend happening right at that moment. So anybody making new videos of Call of Duty, first of all, will catch the trend, but older videos of Call of Duty that have already been put up might get a little bit of traction, because now there's so much traffic looking for the new stuff. They go back and watch some of the old stuff as well. But the likes have to do with it. Your tags are very important. Your title, your description. Basically, the idea is you want your channel to be set up for success, so that when luck comes your way, it can pick up one of your videos and take it away. And this is what happens to a lot of creators. I've seen it again and again and again. So I wouldn't be focused so much just on the views. Somebody like Sean Cannell, hopefully you're all following him, one of the big channels that teaches how to do YouTube, says minutes matter most. What you want to do is make sure you're reading your analytics. You can, if you don't understand it at first, don't worry about it. Just read it for a minute a day, 2 minutes a day, just so you start to get familiar, and you'll start to understand. When you start to realize how long people are staying in your videos and where they're leaving, you want to start learning how to extend that time. That's the most important of all. And then views, you know, you can pump up by many different things, promoting on social media and this and that. The key is making quality content consistently. You will find your numbers going up. And seems to me any channel that eventually starts getting 100 videos on every view that they put out starts to move quicker and quicker and quicker. Oh, you just got something on sale and streamed it and woke up to hundreds of views. That's fantastic, Zelda Master John. That's great. Like I said, you want your channel set up for success so that when luck comes by, it's ready to take off. Now, you have to do all the things we're supposed to be doing to try to force, you know, try to improve your videos and try to like get the algorithms working in your favor. But consistency is key, because your channel was already set. That's probably playing a part in it. I've seen it again and again with the channels that I manage and run. Sometimes that's just it, Zelda Master John. It's not really luck, but I say luck. I had the same thing happen with a tablet video. I promise you, my videos no better than any other video I've made. Mistakes in it, and I talk forever, like you guys hear me do here on Tuber Chat and this and that, but still the video moved. And it's because it's a popular product and this and that. But if my channel didn't already have the videos that it had, and it didn't already have the traction, the slow, solid growth, it wouldn't have taken off. You can't just make a tablet video of the same thing I did and have it take off. That's not how it works. But when your channel is consistently growing and you get a video, we don't get to decide what's going to be the popular video. The crowd always decides. And I promise you, every time you think, I have a great idea, everybody's going to love it, it seems that that's not right. The crowd starts to like something that you wouldn't have expected. It happens to creators all the time. Okay, thank you very much, Captain Lighting 007. That's okay, Georgia Bulldogs. Now that we're starting to move our, there's Zelda Master John coming up right now. Now that we, Tuber Chat is starting to extend into like the 3-hour mark all the time, I don't expect that everybody can stay as long as they wish. But I do appreciate every moment that you do spend here. So thank you, Georgia Bulldogs. That's a wonderfully generous and dedicated and loyal supporter that's with us all the time here at Tuber Chat. Hopefully every got a chance. Oh, Michael's Adventures. I'm so sorry. Yes, you did ask me that before. I didn't mean to forget that. I'm so sorry. I got talking about your channel a couple of times there, and I think it just slipped my mind for a moment. Your very first video, Shattered Soul, has 1,031 views, 155 comments, 130 likes with no dislikes. That's great. That's really good news. Sometimes the older videos that we put up, doesn't have to be the first one, but sometimes the first videos that we put up do well. On my personal channel, the first video I ever put up was a flight lesson that I did, and that is still one of my best performing videos. It was my best performing video up, until only a few minutes ago, or a few months ago. In such a condition, will it grow to become popular? There's just no way to be sure. Shattered Soul. The idea always is, as long as you're consistently putting out at least one quality piece of content every week, and you never stop, and you're constantly improving, spending as much effort as you can on everything. So whether it's tags, titles, description, learning, improving, getting better, learning your analytics, improving, going back over old videos and improving those, because you can always change thumbnails, you can always change titles, tags, and descriptions. Your channel will start to move. It happens every time. The curve is never like this. The curve is always, the ramp. The ramp is always a curve. So it starts slow, slow, slow. It drives you nuts because we're impatient. We wish more. We wish we could have more. When you have that video that's going to go and get 10,000 views, it's going to happen very, very, very fast, and you're not going to believe it. So it will happen if you just stay. If you just stay and stay consistent. Let's look at the essence of Sonia. So the Essence of Sonia is a previously featured channel. She swaps playlists as well if you want, and then as well does the featured channels collaboration. She's been back with us again and again. Shattered Soul, it's my pleasure. I love talking about this stuff. You guys know that by now. I've hardly put any channels on the screen today because I'm talking about YouTube so much. It never stops. Oh, Daniel Live Forever. Did I put your channel up already? I meant to. I'll put it up next. I thought we looked at it, but I'll know when I put it up again. Maybe not. When me talking about YouTube never stops. That's how Zelda Master John and I started talking, is because I told him, I said, sometimes I have a little bit of downtime where I'm by myself. I still just want to talk about this. It's all I want to do. And so we've had a few conversations just based on that. But I always want to help, because I learn every single day. That's a promise from creators of all sizes. So what I want to do is just share what I know with you and what I learn with you, so that you can add it to what you already know and what the things you're going to continue to learn, so that you can make the right decisions for your own channel. There are some things that are true for all of us, but there are a lot of things that are true only on individual basis. So you have to make the right decisions for your channels. And I just like the idea that we can all share our information. I have some experience with YouTube. You know, I've been on here for 4 years now. I have over a couple million views, and I think it's 15,000 subscribers or something like that now between a handful of different channels. It's growing, growing, growing. But like I said, I learn every day from different creators and of all sizes, and I want to share that knowledge so that we can all get better. Yeah, 9 more for Kristen. And it's great to see, like, look at, you know, Nature Africa Explorers is talking to Fish Tank WOT and, you know, talking about the quality of their videos and saying, like, that their kids are going to watch their videos. Or their sons. Not necessarily kids, but your sons are going to watch those videos, which is fantastic. That's great. So this is what makes me really, really happy is that we're having these conversations, you know, and these connections are really happening between creators here. All right, let's look at Daniel Live Forever. I can't remember whether we put this channel on the screen or not already. I don't think so. Meant to. I think I was going to put it up, and then oh, did we? Oh, yeah, of course. We just had it up. It was just there. All right, let's look at Fish Tank WOT. Oh, in Rachel's place. I'm so sorry I didn't welcome you. I didn't see you come in. You slipped in without me seeing somehow there. Here's Fish Tank WOT. Oh, World of Tanks? Is that what it's called? Forgive me for not knowing, because like I said, I'm not exactly a gamer. I do enjoy video games, but I'm not a hardcore gamer. Is this that? Do I see commercials for this game all the time? This is cool. So in Rachel's place, thanks for coming in. Let me show you. It's Fifi777. This is another dynamic creator who I talk about, who's done a lot of live streaming lately and this and that, but she also did this shout out video where she talked about Tuber Chat, and that's now featured on our front page. So hopefully you'll get a chance to check that out when you connect with It's Fifi777. She's somebody who's been connected to me for quite some time now. Let's look at. I'll wait another second. I don't want to whip through these channels too fast. You know what I'll do? I'll add some more to the wheel because the wheel's fun, right? Let's get Shattered Soul up there. In Rachel's place. Let's spin. There's Nature Africa Explorers. I'm going to make sure that this is the right channel. I think so, right? So I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. So what I'm going to do is take one of your latest videos. I'll take, I want to give you some watch time. I'll take this 10-minute one and I'll add it into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I will go through my watch later list and I'll watch that video in full. I will leave you a genuine, meaningful comment related to the content of this video. and then I will give you a thumbs up, of course, because we should all be doing that for each other. And I will subscribe to you, and in that way, I'll make sure that the connection sticks. And then hopefully you're connected to Tuber Chat as well, and have the notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change. Did we look at your channel already, Mishana, or no? I made a joke earlier. I said we're going to call you me, Mishana. Let's spin the wheel and see what happens. MAH Videos is still here. Let's get you up on the wheel. There's in Rachel's place. Let's put her up, and I'm going to get MAH on the wheel. And in Rachel's place is another loyal and dedicated supporter. She does the featured channels collaboration there, as well as swaps playlists with people if you want to do that with her. And she comes back again and again. XR 420 is there. Is there anybody that I've missed that is still here that wants to be on the wheel that hasn't been on the wheel yet? Usually I just use my statistics and I let it wait for a long time before I put anybody on the wheel. But if there's anybody I've missed that like to be up there, I'll be happy to put you on now. Shattered Soul, what milestone are you close to? So, okay, let me spin the wheel. Let's see what's coming up next. There's Mishana. This is another dynamic creator, and same kind of deal with Mishana in that, so she's been a featured channel on Tuber Chat, as well as she does the featured channels collaboration here, and is willing to swap playlists as well. So you can reach out to Mishana for that reason, but she's a dynamic creator. She does live streaming, as well as she's got a lot of dynamic content here. And hopefully everybody's still having a good time connecting with each other, meeting new friends and family members. Shattered Soul, very close to 800. Hopefully we could push you a little bit farther today. Excuse me. And I don't know what your plans are between today and tomorrow, but we'll be back again. So hopefully we can push you over the edge tomorrow. Sure. If anybody hasn't already, I hope you'll give a thumbs up. It really does help the stream, of course. Helps Tuber Chat move within the algorithm and all that good stuff that we all wish for. There was a possibility. Oh, I was going to talk about how to put the links in the channel art area and on the about page if anybody wanted to know that. I can't remember for the life of me who I was mentioning that to so long ago in the chat, maybe a half hour, an hour ago. If anybody wants to know, then I'm happy to do it. So now let's look at Shattered Soul and see what you got going on for us today. Our Shattered Soul. I wish, yeah, so we can't see, but that's okay. Hopefully you've got some more content coming too, because, you know, one of the keys obviously is consistency. So as quickly as you can get to the point of putting up one video a week, you'll start to see your channel move a little farther. I found for all the channels that I've been involved with, every time you take any kind of a break with posting, it kind of sets you back just a step. Doesn't stop the growth, but it slows it down. Sincerely, A. Lucy is a wonderful and dedicated supporter that comes back again and again that I've been connected to for months and months and buds. So thank you for coming back in again. Sincerely, A. Lucy. Oh, Michael's Adventures. It's happening constantly. There's so much stuff going on with YouTube right now. Between the watch hours, I can't even begin to tell you how many questions I get about why the watch hours just never make sense. So it's not just that, yeah, YouTube like purges our watch hours. It happens all the time. But why don't the numbers look normal in different areas of YouTube Studio? So I'll have, for instance, some live streams. Tuber Chat typically gets about 75 hours per live stream of watch time. And that might be growing because I've expanded the time now, right? But it depends how many people come through and how long they're staying and things like that. So I've got live streams that when you go and you look in the analytics, they say 4 hours of watch time. I go, okay, well, there was 80 people there, so there's no way that it's 4 hours. Why is the number wrong there? And yet the number on the monetization tab continues to climb. The problem is, unfortunately, I don't know how much we can actually trust every number that's there. I'm looking for trends, not so much exact figures, so that I can kind of get a big picture look at what's happening, because the numbers, and then when you start talking about these apps, TubeBuddy and YT Tracker and these other things, vidIQ and all that, the numbers just seem to be all over the place. So because I'm somewhat of a computer programmer, I have a few apps on the App Store and this and that. They're not great, so don't worry about it. But they, I understand how Google sends out the information, but it's always delayed by a couple of days. So we can't get a straight answer on our hours or a lot of other things, unfortunately. I hate talking negatively, but when you mention the purges at it again, it happens all the time. It seems to be like a constant thing. I never get a straight answer. And the numbers don't match up between YT Studio, the front page, and other things. It's really unbelievable. The only thing I keep enforcing to everybody now is, well, you know, you need 4,000 hours of watch time, so you might as well go for 5,000. And if I told Kristen today, literally before we even came on today, so I don't know if you're going to get 1,000 because it's not typical that we have 20 new people in a Tuber Chat stream. We have between 5 and 10, right? But I said, but whatever you do, when you get your 1,000, you got to keep going. You got to get at least 1,020. You should really be pushing for 1,050 because you don't want to slip back down. We've seen that happen. Even Tuber Chat had that happen. We hit our 1,000 subscribers, then we went under, and then we had to go into Happy Lux to bring it back up afterwards. I don't know if you were there for that day or saw that. Mikazuki YT. So thank you for coming in. Since you're a new connection for Tuber Chat, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is go through your videos here, and I'll pick one. Hopefully, I can give you a few minutes of watch time, and I'll add it into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I will watch that video in full. I'll take this one here, and I will add it into the watch later list. I'll watch that video in full, leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, of course, and I will subscribe. And in that way, I'll make sure that the subscription sticks. And then hopefully you're subscribed to Tuber Chat also, and you have the notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change. No sweat, Shattered Soul. My pleasure. As inspired by nature, NG. Thank you for coming back in. Always great to see you. Let's get as inspired by nature NG on the wheel. I'll spin. We'll pull another channel up. Oh, and look at that. That's got to be some luck. As inspired by nature NG, we're going to put you up right away. I just want to see what you got going on for us today. Oh, you featured Tuber Chat. So I'm going to go through the Tuber Chat. I'm going to go through the YouTube process for doing that right now. So if anybody wants to know how to add channels to your featured channels list, I'm going to do it for As Inspired by Nature NG right now. So thank you, by the way, for doing that. Let me make sure I'm in the right account here. Might take a second. If anybody else has featured Tuber Chat or my personal channel on your front page, and I don't know about it, please make sure that I know, because I return that favor on both channels, absolutely. My internet's just crawling a little bit here. So we go on Customize Channel. Yeah, my internet's just crawling. I wonder if there's anything I could do to speed this up a little bit. We go on to featured creators here, this module, and we want to go click on the pencil and click edit module. Did Kristen lose one? Now, the other thing too, see, like, so you just because you get a subscriber today and then you lose one today, you have no idea between now and the beginning of your channel when you're losing that subscriber from. My computer's just so slow now. Sub underscore confirmation equals 1. Okay, and then hopefully we want to always add that code that I added there. It's a question mark and the words sub underscore confirmation equals 1. And that gives your channel a little bit of a boost towards subscribers. We always want to put shuffle on if you have more than 10 so that YouTube will randomize them evenly. And then when we look back at the page, Tuber Chat's featured on like 40 different pages or something like that. It's more now. We're very, very lucky, but it means that I can refresh this as many times as I want. Even MH videos is there too. Forgive me, Michael's Adventures. Were you asking me for something on Instagram? Or were you asking somebody else in the chat for something? What was I looking at here? As Inspired Nature NG. There you go. So let me spin. I'll get another channel up here. Oh, you're asking me to talk about the... do you want me to send you the procedure for adding featured channels? Is that, forgive me, is that what you're asking me for? Because I can certainly do that. Eventually, I'm going to make tutorials as well for this stuff that I'm going to leave on the Tuber Chat front page as videos. I'll start making like lots of them as okay. Thank you very much. I'll make them as clear and concise as I can, but they'll be there so that everybody can use them for a quick reference when you want to see that. You'll when you want to see how to do something like that, you'll be able to go and do it quickly, and it won't involve me talking for an hour about it. It'll be, you know, very short, clear, concise videos. So Max Air 420, it's good to see you again. Let's see what else you got going on for us here. You got a lot of different stuff. Drifting with drones. Wow. I want to see this drifting with drones video. Add it into the watch later list. Yeah, I'll have to wonder how easy it'll be for me to make a little video. I don't know. I'll have to reset my computer and all that and get back into some kind of a normal speed. Maybe I can even do the thing as a video on Instagram and just send it right over to you. Has to be done on a computer. Used to be able apparently to be done with a phone on an old version of an Android app or something like that, but as far as I understand now, must be on a computer. I'm just making a note for myself. As you see, I say all the time, I keep my notes on pen and paper. Thank you, Mishana. Okay, thanks very much, London Kev. Okay, let's spin. Fair's fair. Let's spin and see who's coming up now. There's MAH videos. I'll take you off the wheel. We'll put Sincerely Lucy up in a moment. See that, Lucy? Kristen is right there. She can have it today if she wants to. 1,000 subscribers. If not, then it'll be tomorrow for sure. But she could have it today. One of the things, Kristen doesn't get the same benefit that everybody else gets in Tuber Chat and growth streams like this. Like, for instance, when I went into Happy Lux on the day that I got 1,000 on my personal channel, I had about 946, and a couple of people spent the whole time promoting me, and I got about 70 subscribers in an hour and a half. But that's because I didn't already have all the people who are in Happy Lux or whatever, whereas Kristen's here every stream, the whole stream. So anybody who's been here before, she almost always has. So she couldn't have done that here. You're not going to get, Kristen wouldn't be able to get 30 or 40 new people here in a day. Best is, looks like almost 10. Because I think she had 982 when she came in, or 981. We've seen one or two come and go already. And then just for fun, I'll spin. We'll put Lucy, Sincerely a Lucy up. That's great. Max Air 420. I'm glad that you have connected to Kristen. And then what I'm going to do right now. Oh, I didn't put Sincerely Lucy. There she is. I Love Lucy ASMR. You start a second channel and I didn't already know. 6 months ago. Oh, I knew about this then. I don't know if you had it there before though. Sincerely A Lucy is somebody who's been connected to me for months and months and months since the beginning of my journey through the small YouTuber community that we talk about all the time. I see you've done the 40 questions challenge too. And Sincerely is an unbelievably loyal and dedicated supporter. But one of the things that anybody could, forgive the way I'm going to put it, but benefit from in connecting with Sincerely A Lucy is she has a loyal and dedicated community exclusive to her that is extremely loyal and dedicated. I know I lose my screen when my screensaver comes on. There she is. Hopefully everybody will connect with her. And then let's get back to our chat here. And then love it if the page would refresh. There we go. I can pause the video though. And then hopefully everybody, if you want to keep connecting, we'll head over to the Keto Girl. And if you don't mind letting her know Tuber Chat Raid when you get there. And she'll allow us to keep connecting in her chat. She's a dynamic and loyal creator as well that has been connected to me both on my personal channel and with Tuber Chat for a long, long time. So I will see you over there, and thank you very much for the time that you've spent here at Tuber Chat today. Don't forget, we're back tomorrow, Sunday, and Monday as usual, but the times change. And hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. So thank you very much.